Two questions I'm going to lump into one. Did you have any bipartisan co-sponsors on your legislation, and how did your constituents feel about the legislation?
It was bipartisan. In fact, it was the first bipartisan legislation since 1983. And so I was pretty proud of that. I'm very proud that one of the Democrats on the bill was Congressman Jim Cooper, who was a Blue Dog Democrat from Nashville, Tennessee. It's a very courageous move for a Democrat to say, I'm willing to raise the age or change the COLA. And I was able to get him on because I adjusted the poverty level to 125%. So we were capturing a group of people that he cared deeply about. As far as back home, I did a series of town halls on this, and the town halls always started out kind of raucous, where people were in opposition. But then as I walked through the plan, and they began to see the numbers. And I actually showed where our interest payments on the national debt would be. I undershot what the debt was going to be because I projected the debt being in 2027 somewhere around 28 trillion. But we're at 34 trillion. It's 2024, but I didn't know about COVID at the time. And so when I started to explain what was actually happening and that we've got a real problem here, all of a sudden grandparents and parents start shaking their head. Yes. But what I had to do, Tori, and I'm sure you guys ran into this back in the 90s and 2000s, was was dispel all the myths. So I
Mhm.
would start my presentation by listing the myths and then saying, okay, I know you think this, but it's not true. And I would have to go through and dispel all those myths. And once I was able to dispel those, I could actually have a conversation with both Republicans and Democrats, older workers and younger workers and retired folks. And people began to say, finally, somebody's talking to us about this rather than talking at us.